Yeah, we reached Imperial Reviews, and today's review is Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 5. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. R.I.P. Famous. I mean, we knew it was coming, so we knew this since this book started. As soon as we seen Famous, real name was Shawn. We know Kanan's son, Shawn, name was Shawn, so we figured there was a tie to that, and that something was going to happen that would make Kanan name his name his child Shawn. So it was just a matter of time. We just got to see how it plays out. So this episode basically started off with showing Famous and his older sister and the mom. She was experiencing abuse from a man. I'm not sure if that was their father or not, but she was just experiencing abuse. And so anybody that grew up witnessing their loved one getting abused like that, this probably hit home just seeing that. And so it shows them going into a shelter. So it's trying to get you to be sentimental with Famous and his mom's relationship. And once it to touch home when you find out Famous is dead. So throughout the episode, you had the mom. She went to the police station. We find out 3 months. Famous has been missing for 3 months. Now, we already had Marvin saying Fame skipped town. Lou didn't know about it. Kanan didn't know about it. Juke might have known, but you know, Juke is stoic and she keep all the secrets. So the mom was crying. So from there, you have Marvin and Rock going over, saying that they need to meet up with Terry and David and let them know like what's going on with the business, making sure everything's afloat. Now, we all seen Marvin's character build up and become one of the best characters on the show. But now we have been seeing episode after episode Marvin making rash decisions and just on a killing spree, killing people. And it's going to come back on Marvin. And Marvin's going to end up either in jail or dead, or he going to have to skip town. So it's been some theories that Marvin's going to skip town and end up in D.C. That's going to be Juke's lane to get in D.C. right there. So we'll see how that play out. Then from there, you had the woman who befriended Juke at the nightclub, that her husband came and pushed up on Juke and her. She questioned Juke, pretty much saying, you know, did you have something to do with my husband's death? Because it's funny that, you know, even though he was a bad person, he died the same day that I gave you the address. And Juke was basically just saying, I'm just trying to make sure you was good in case you were missing. And then after that soothed her. She stated that the cops looking at this as a robbery, and she has got some of the best sleep she had in years. So then it shows Lou and what we all think is a CI, his new love interest, who's taking him to an unsigned hype showing and seeing a lot of the artists, and he see a group that he's interested in, and then he sees another individual act. It's a white rapper. So from there you had Marvin getting patched up by Juke, pretty much having a daughter and dad conversation about the shooting, and Juke ain't even phasing her. And pretty much Marvin was like, hey, well, you know, seems like the army might have basically made you numb to, you know, killing people or whatever. And then, of course, we know Juke is sharp, intelligent. She said it wasn't the army, basically saying the lifestyle and environment I grew up in made me numb to killing people. I know what y'all do, so back at the unsigned hype showing, you see the chemistry building between Lou and the girl, and that's grade B. It's only a matter of time before he knock her down. So it shows Marvin and Rock push up on David, and David is pretty much talking smack and saying, they asked him where's his brother, and basically told him his brother is, scared to come around since they all been getting hit. So of course Marvin is like Rock's enforcer. Then there's another flashback with Famous and his mom. So they're just building up the sentimental moments. Famous is bartering a dog he found. The sister is older, of course. He found a dog. And the mom pretty much ended up letting him keep the dog. He called the dog the Hulkster. Of course, back in them days, Hulk Hogan was real popular in the 80s. Because it's showing a little kid Famous, not the teenage version of Kid Famous. So it just showed the mom bond. The mom let him keep the dog. Then it shows Lou with the unsigned hypes again. But this time it shows Lou like really interested in them and saying they got potential. And of course she said, this is where you come in at. Now, then it shows Unique showing up in New Jersey, talking to Frank Buscelli, trying to get him to back him to go against Stefano. Pretty much Frank said, I can't make no moves on Stefano, and pretty much you just a man on a revengeance kick, but no plan. If you show that you can build an organization, then I consider backing you. So they pretty much was laughing at Unique, blowing him off, treating him like he's nothing because they know he on a revenge tick. So of course, he said he told Unique pretty much Sal didn't really care for him too much, and he pretty much was like, yeah, well, me and Sal had a miscommunication. I was wrong and he was right. Then it showed Unique leaving. He was upset and pretty much showing what he would go through mentally, like his temper and everything. From there, it showed Lou and I gotta get her name. I can't think of her name. His new love interest, pretty much. She's talking about the unsigned hypes, and she said the one group that was the group of rappers, they were cool, but she said the white rapper that was the talent, he might be a little bit more of a struggle to get signed because his mom is a lawyer and they want his best interests or whatever. So from there it shows her pushing up on Lou, basically saying her way in. They both went to one of the same schools because that's going to be her talking point. And she pushed up on Lou and pretty much told Lou, how about you come over and see my record collection? And then Lou was like, well, y'all Riz girls don't play. So it shows Lou getting a phone call at pager. He got to step out. What took place is the grandma, she fell. And when she fell, she hurt herself internally. Well, not internally, she hurt herself. She didn't do any real significant damage, but she already in pain with the cancer. So Juke and Kanan showed up first. And then Lou showed up. Marvin showed up last. And then the mom asked him, and we always look, I know everybody that looked at this scene was like, no, Marvin, I know you're doing a lot of stuff, but don't do this. She asked Marvin to pretty much drug her up so that she could overdose and be rid of the pain, because she's tired. And she said there's nothing left on this earth for her but just struggle and pain, and she don't want to live like that. So it looked like Marvin was going to do it, but he was fighting with it, and then it stepped off. So then you see OC push up on Kanan, and OC keep doing sniffles with his nose. So right now it's looking like OC is a young fiend, a young crackhead, young sniffing some nose candy. That's what it's looking like. OC, he's pretty much telling Kanan, your mom ain't gonna notice that you skimming, and so show Kanan said, you don't worry about that. You just worry about handling business. Kanan dips off. He got a storage unit somewhere where he has a storage case full of money, and that's gonna be his way to buy his own part of. So everybody thinking he taking losses, but really he's skimming off the top so he can make a bigger play. Only thing is, it seems like some way he was looking, nobody was following him. Somebody gonna follow him where that money is and steal the money. That's what it looks like. But we'll see how that plays out. Now by this time, everybody's getting a phone call. Even Rock got the phone call to come to the hospital. Rock didn't show up. So then it shows OC walking down the street, and Unique grabbed him, told him to get in the car. He's still sniffling, asking do he got a tissue, and Unique pretty much is playing him like a do boy. Just give me the information, then get out of here. He pretty much said that Rock is beefing with Quan, and the supply is his suspect, and it said came and skimmed off the top. So he's like, oh, if it's skimming off the top from your mom, ain't no wish for. So he's still not looking at Kanan as a threat or worried about Kanan. He's more focused on Rock. Rock sat down with Quan, and pretty much they severed their relationship. He's no longer on supply, so Rock pretty much went to the Afghanistan guy and pretty much told him, I need you, either you're going to supply me or you're not. He pretty much said, I want to meet with your partners to see what their place is. And Rock pretty much said, listen, I'm still the boss. I'm still the one in charge. I don't need no side business going on. And he pretty much said to her, you sound like a person that's been betrayed. And she said, I've been betrayed and I'm prepared for people to be betray me as well. So Rock is pretty much letting him know, listen, I'll kill you too. So from there you had Marvin pushing up on David's brother Terry, asking Terry, like, where you been, man? We need you to do the business, And Terry is like in some type of warehouse going over the numbers. He pretty much telling, I don't care about y'all. I tell the cops on y'all and let y'all deal with the cops. I don't need to have to do business with y'all. I don't want to do business with y'all. And he pretty much told Marvin, leave you alone. And so Marvin's like, hey, man, you can't be talking like that in this type of business we in. And pretty much Terry didn't care. He kept going. So, of course, Marvin killed him. So we're going to see if that has consequences. But it's another senseless death that Marvin did. So then it shows, of course, Lou knocking down the woman. And when he knocked her down, they had a little dialogue conversation. And that was it. So then it showed this little kid. And I thought this little kid was OC at first. This little kid in the store, corner store, he stole a 40 and ran off. So the owner of the store chased after him down the street, finally caught up to him, and he hid behind like an alleyway, like a dirty couch. And when he looked in the where he hid behind the couch, he looked over, he seen a hand underneath a dirty mattress. And he started throwing up, and then the owner came in. Of course, the smell was bad. And so instantly we knew right then and there, anybody watching this episode knew that was Fame. The very next scene, Miss Figueroa, which is Fame's mom, wants the ID. They already ID'd him, said he had his ID on him. They waiting for the dental records, and the mom wanted to see his body. So the cop on Garcia's shoulder, and it did show a scene with Kanan and Juke went over to talk to her, and she pretty much, because Garcia told her that, you need to talk to Kanan Stark. He's a bad news kid. And of course, Kanan had nothing to do with that. Kanan was like, that's my best friend. want to do nothing like that. And he pretty much told the mom, listen, we're going to find out what happened to Fame. And if something happened to him, we're going to find whoever's responsible. And so that's when they got the phone call for the grandma. So right when the mom ID Fame and on her way home, she was on the bus. She had a flashback of that conversation she had with Fame, basically the heart to heart, telling her, you know, when he left, she kicked him out the house, and he's glad to be back. He loved her and stuff like that. So just a sentimental moment to build up, to show the relationship between Fame and his mom. So then it shows Kanan getting a phone call, basically somebody telling them they found Fame's body, he's dead. So Kanan started to, hurt. He just lost one of his best friends. So someone pick up the tape of Fame. He's sitting down, reminiscing, looking at the tape. And pretty much it's the older Kanan talking, pretty much saying, he lost his best friend. You only get one in your life. And mine is dead. He ain't got no more word. And it hurts. And it just showed young Kanan sitting in his spirit, taking it hard and crying or whatever. And then the older Kanan talking, basically saying, I ain't got nothing else for y'all, I'm sad, and you should be too. So basically this is going to be what's going to push Kanan over to be more menacing, more vicious, especially with killing people. Overall, it was a decent episode. Finally, we got this Fame situation. Who's the candidates that, and then the trailer pretty much shows Rock said Kanan gonna want some get back. So we know Rock is behind it. It's no doubt that I'm gonna say Rock is behind Famous. I think it's gonna show a scene with Howard finding out he got locked up. Fame got locked up, and he was singing, because it does show Miss Figueroa when she talked to Garcia. She was like, because he said basically Fame is on a run, and he's a fugitive or whatever. And she pretty much said, he talked to y'all, he gave y'all the information y'all wanted. So I'm believing Howard. I think Howard, he was still alive during that time. He got with that Fame, got picked up, and then Howard did tell Kanan, like, yo, your boy ain't built like that, and if he get picked up, he gonna sing. So I believe it's gonna be something where they show a flashback of Howard getting wind of Fame got picked up, and he was telling, and he told Rock and him, and pretty much they had Rock and them go handle it. Of course, she put Marvin up to it, just like Marvin. She put Lou to kill D-Wiz. Now she put Marvin up to kill Famous. She also had them set Scrap up, and she the one that killed Scrap. So just, it's all I believe it was Marvin who did it. What would be even more sinister, like the crazy twist to this. And if the writers was real good, like real clever, they would have let the killer be Juke, who killed Famous. Because nobody would suspect that. Everybody thinking Juke first kill was that man or whatever. So some people would say, nah, well, Juke would have been in basic training. We don't know how all this timeline plays in a role, because I think the last episode when Famous got picked out, I think Juke, I'm not sure or not, we never show when Juke actually went to enlist. All we seen of her do that performance, and then the cops came right at her performance, messed her situation up. But what if it shows a scene with, we've been all speculating, we all pitting it was Rock behind it, and we all pitting it that it was, because Lou in the trailer pretty much said he wouldn't get back for Fame too. So I don't believe Lou knew anything about it. And pretty much it could have been we all thinking Rock told Marvin, and Marvin acted like he was taking Fame out of getting away with cover, and then he kills Fame. But if the writers was real clever and real, they'd make it be Juke basically telling Juke, you got to do this because Fame, he'd trust you. He'd trust that you're going to do you get them out of harm's way or whatever. And then he'd let down his, because, Fame was always scared of Rock, but he'd let down his guard with Juke. And then it showed Juke be the one that killed him. And of course, she said in Kanan face and played like it was normal the whole nine and or whatever, but really it was Juke the whole time. Just a theory. Gotta be some cold writing right there. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.